Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 7 of the Leetcode July Daily Challenge. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join the Discord channel with a link below. Let's get started on today's problem, island parameter. So this problem, I don't know how to explain how to solve it because it's pretty straightforward. But basically, it's just an exercise in being very careful. They give you exact rules. I think one thing that you may play around with is maybe just like look, it's an island, so we have to kind of keep it, make sure that it's connected and all that stuff. But sometimes you just have to make sure that you keep it simple as possible, and in this case you just have to really look at each cell and then, hey, am I on the border? If I'm on the border, how many sides am I next to the water or out of bounds? And then that's pretty much it. And with that, you could do it in 2 for loops and a for loop that helps us makes typing a little bit easier. And yeah, and you just count really those cases. It's just scenario analysis, and there are only 2 of them, which is one is if it bounds, or the other is if it is 0, which means it's water. Pretty straightforward. Let me know if you have any questions or trouble with any parts of this, because I'm curious. I have trouble figuring out what cases might come up. But yeah, let me know what you think. You're going to see me do the live coding right after this, so I will see you in a bit. Hey everybody, this is Larry doing the live coding portion of today's problem. Let's get started. Okay, island parameter. Island parameter, you're given a map in form of 2-dimensional integer grid where 1 represents land and 0 represents water. Grid cells are connected horizontally, not diagonally. The grid is completely surrounded by water, and there's exactly 1 island. The island doesn't have fake lakes. One cell is a square and with side length 1. The grid is rectangular, width and height don't exceed 100, determine the parameter of the island. Okay, so this seems pretty straightforward. Oh yeah, I was playing around Java. This seems pretty straightforward. You just go for each cell and then you look at the adjacent cells. I think there's actually something even cuter than that, where you only look at you only have to look at it in 2 directions, but we don't have to do it that way. If you want to try to find ways to make this cuter, that's fine. But I think you could actually just do this. Yeah, go for it one by one. So rows is equal to length of grid. Column is equal to length of grid sub 0. Assuming that rows is 0, then we return 0. Range of rows. For y is it range of columns, and then okay. So yeah, okay. So for dx dy in this delta array, I always call it. Then the next x and the next y is equal to x plus dx, y plus dy, if n x is between rows and actually wait. Well, first of all, we have to check that if grid of xy is equal to, is it 1, 1? Okay, 1. Then we go do this thing. So there are 2 scenarios, right? So that is if so it's either if it's out of bounds, so let's just have a count as well. If it's out of bounds, so if nx is less than 0, or nx is greater than equal to rows, or ny is 0, or ny is columns, then we increment 1, we continue. Otherwise, if it's in bounds, then we check to see if it's 0. and then count also for zeros plus 1. And then we just return the count. I think that should be mostly okay. This is pretty brute forcey, so I don't know that there's anything tricky about it. Yeah, let's go ahead and submit this. And this is roughly speaking as close to as close to lower bound as you can, because this what is the complexity of this, right? Well, in time it's just rows times columns, because for each cell you do about 4 operation ish. And in terms of space, we don't really use any extra space. I mean, unless you count this thing, but that's constant anyway. So yeah, so constant extra space. So linear time, constant space, really generally the lower bound for a lot of things where you don't know any structure. Yeah. I mean, this is just a couple of for loops. So I don't know, I think that's all I have, because there's really not much to talk about it. You should know how to do for loops. I definitely recommend it, and the rest is just following the rules. So yeah, and making sure that it's not diagonal. Yeah, that's all I have for today's farm. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye.